What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ICNV Driver's Edition. So I know I'm a little bit late with this, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop it anyway. Fresh off Crown Rally, amazing experience, great time. Those videos are still coming your way. But at this moment, what I wanted to get out and sit there and say was, I did a quick video in the Z06 review videos that were dropping like crazy last week, and I've now had more time to go out and see more and more. And I can't lie to you, if you have not seen Emilia's videos, they are on point and are very informative. And with that being said, it's making me say the Z06 may be the truth. Let's talk about it. Now, I'm sure at this point I'm not saying anything that you guys haven't seen already and that you probably aren't already feeling. The video about the conspiracy group that kind of started attacking me or coming at me, as I would say, or not even saying that, just having a conversation with me when I was at Corvette in Carlisle. I found the video. I'm gonna try to edit it, get it out real quick. So I did stumble back across that one, and I want to share that information with you. But let's do this. Please hit the like button, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Join the ICNV Driver's Edition community. We talk about interesting topics. We talk about things that my Driver's Edition community bring up, or just questions in the events or things that I feel like is a hot topic that may need some conversation, some more insight for the ICNV Driver's Edition point of view. So with that being said, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Let's get back into this conversation. So looking at Emilia videos, right? Emilia has went out and given us a better drag strip straight line time than GM put out. Which, if you ask anybody, especially myself, I'm not surprised, because even with the base Stingray, when they sat there and said it did 2.9 seconds, I was able to get 2.8 and 2.7. So that was better than that. So I kind of expected the Z06 to kind of put down a little bit better time than what GM was sitting there saying, and she straight out showed us from the point it actually did. Not to mention, she did what I wanted to see, because, and I don't blame her for doing it, because when the base C8 first came out, the first thing people did was to go out and put it up against a Lamborghini Huracan, and I'm like, why? Two different cars, huge gap in horsepower, but I guess people wanted to let you know where the car actually stood, which to me, it still handles quite well, but it's not the Huracan contender. Well, she went out and put that Z06 up against a Huracan for a straight out drag pull, and the results were mind-blowing and breathtaking. And I say that to you because, I'll be real, I expected the Z06 to edge, and I say that again, edge the Huracan. I did not expect it to walk the Huracan. And again, if you haven't seen that video, I will put the link down in the description below. She literally walked the Huracan on multiple occasions, on multiple different conditions, and I think she just came out and proved to the rest of the world that the Z06 Chevy did something right. That it is truthfully a true supercar, and when they said they were putting the world on notice, it wasn't just a slogan, it was a fact. And so now I can't wait to see how the Z06 stacks up in other situations. So I feel like she's been the only YouTuber really giving the keys to the car as of yet to have these type of experiences. But I can't wait to see, as other people start to get their cars, the stuff they stack it up against. Because yes, I don't expect to see it against maybe an Audi R8 because it just walked the Huracan, and we all know how that plays out when it comes to the engine and so forth. But I can't wait to see it against a 488 or an F8. You know, these other cars on the market, because we're going to see it. And like I said, right now I'm so intrigued, and I'm actually just amazed that Chevy did what they did with this car. So what does that mean? Does that actually mean that now the new C8 Z06 is officially a supercar killer? I mean, let's think about this for a second. The Ferrari was a 458. Actually, we're talking about a 2012 458, if I'm not mistaken. So that car is at least 10, 11 years old. Since then, Ferrari's actually come out with a 488, an F8. So Ferrari has stepped up their game and actually added more performance to their lineup. So in the grand scheme of things, I know you're going to say those are more high performance Ferraris, and maybe the ZR1 is a better option to go after that. But what I'm getting across to you is Chevy did build a car that dominated a car that's 10 years old. And I get why they targeted for the naturally aspirated flat plane crank purposes, but this is 2023 model, and you're devouring a 2012. In the grand scheme of things, we shouldn't expect anything less. But let's see how it stacks up against a 488 or F8. And I'm sure those videos will come your way. On a similar note, the Lamborghini. It isn't a Performante, it isn't an STO. So there are higher performing Huracans out there, which may give this C8 Z06 a run for its money. And I'm sure we will see those stack up at later points too, as more and more C8s hit the street and become readily available to the public to actually be compared against several of these cars. Now, with that being said, here's my next question for you. If you do stack it up against any of these higher performing versions of these two cars, and it loses, how do you feel about that? I mean, ultimately, what I can sit there and say to you is that the C8 Z06 has actually come out and shown that Chevy has now not only made a car that has the supercar look, it has the supercar performance. And in my opinion, even if it can't notch these higher performance versions of these supercars, Chevy has showed you that the C8 Z06 definitely fits in the classification with these cars and isn't visiting. So what do I mean by that? Let's just say it like this. If you want to know if the C8 Z06 is truly a supercar killer, let's think about it from these parameters. The Acura NSX, don't bring it up. The Audi R8, whether it's a V10 or V10 Plus, doesn't look like it'll stand a chance. You see what it's done to the Lamborghini. The McLaren 570S, the McLaren 650S, can't stack them up. They won't match up. And then you've already seen what it's done to the 458 and the base Huracan. So in the grand scheme of things, the Z06 has already catapulted ahead of several supercars that the supercar community has come to love and dominate venues. So the C8 Z06, in my opinion, and I'm sure we will have to wait and see how it handles the 600 LT or the 720S up under the McLaren brand, or maybe a later model or Performante 20 1627 Lamborghini Performante or 488 Tributo, we'll have to see how it stands up against those. It's definitely in the supercar conversation, and it has started to scratch names off the list. So where does that put me in my standards? Well, like I told you guys before, I really wanted to see how the Z06 actually performed on the street, and I was actually waiting to try to get in the passenger seat, let alone behind the wheels of one, before I made my final conclusion. And I'm just as eager as the next person at this point. I'm still a little concerned about the durability of the car, but it's a Chevy, so I'm not really afraid of the cost of maintenance and repair work because it's a Chevy. So I think I've almost just sold myself on being a Z06 customer, unless it just becomes too hard to get one. I told you guys before, I'm always trying to keep myself flexible and in a position to make a move, and I've had a great opportunity right now to get an Audi R8, and I was strongly leaning towards it when I saw the Z06 video drop. So now I'm kind of, do I do it? Do I don't do it? You guys let me know. Would you like to see an R8 on the channel? Would you like me to replace Zeus with an Audi R8 and then get a Z06 down the line when I can? That's a good conversation. Let me know what you think about that. It's a thought that's on the table for me right now. It's something I was truthfully thinking about. So let me know what your thoughts are. Would you like to see an Audi R8 on this channel? Do you think I should sell Zeus? Think I should raffle them off? I know a couple of people have mentioned to me that I should go ahead and raffle off Zeus, which is kind of in the back of my mind if I do get a C8 Z06, depending on how my wife plays out with this. But we can have that conversation with her. I mean, I know a couple people have mentioned to me about raffling off Zeus, and it's something I thought about. I really haven't given much thought about. But if you think I should, let me know, because like I said, I'm almost at a point where I'm sure I won't be able to get my hands on a Z06 before 2024. And like I keep telling you, I am making some moves. I actually made a very interesting connection as of late, and if things hold out the way it plays out, I may become very early on this dealership's list to get one. So I'm still working on that behind the scenes. If something becomes more concrete, I will share the information with you. But as of right now, it's still kind of in a developmental stage, so stay tuned. But like I was saying, I have an opportunity to either get a 2018 convertible Audi R8 or a 2020 Audi R8 coupe. That's really a unique color, and I really like it. It's not a wrap, it's actually a unique color. So I'm sitting down here weighing my options because both of them are very feasible moves, especially now. And I say especially now because it's going into the winter months, and the prices on these cars have definitely dropped as a result. And so as of right now, if I was deciding to make that move, I probably need to do it before January. So it's something I'm thinking about. So stay tuned. Like I said, let me know in the comments below if you think I should move Zeus. As I told most people when I had the exhaust on it, I probably just want to keep them another year unless an amazing offer came up I couldn't pass. And as of right now, this one isn't an amazing offer, but it's a damn good one. So if it gets better than what it is, because I will continue to talk and see how if I can move some stuff around. But if it becomes something that I feel I can't pass up, I may be bringing an R8 to the channel. But that's on the side note. Like I said, this Z06, Emilia's videos have been very informative. I've also watched several others where they went through the more detail on the interior. I've actually finally gotten to see some of the non-Z51 performance in some of these videos, and realistically, that car is amazing too. So I feel like the track aspect, is which most of these vehicles are focused around, they wanted you to see that the non Z06 isn't the best option for the track, and the track car definitely performs amazingly on the track, because that's what the Z06 is supposed to be, the track option. But like I tell everybody, if you're not going to track the car and you want to save a couple bucks, I would look at a non-Z07 package car. And as you see, they still do amazing numbers with amazing performance. So that's my point of view on it. And that's my quick video. So ICNV Drivers Edition, please hit the like and subscribe, share the video. Like I said, I know this was just a quick recap, but I had to say something about the way that Z06, if you ask me, manhandled the Lamborghini Huracan. So stay tuned. We got more videos coming your way. Again, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you in these streets. Peace.